Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Angela, and in this video I'd like to talk about the throw expression in C#7. So here I have a class called person with a constructor that takes name and surname, and we throw an argument null exception if the name is null or empty, and we throw an argument null exception if the surname is null. We also are able to set the name and the surname using the properties. And when you try to set a null or empty name, it throws an exception, and when you try to set a null surname, it throws an exception. I have a program here that basically considers all these four cases: when you create a person with an empty name, a person with a null surname, when you try to set a name to null and a surname to null. And this write exception message simply call execute a particular piece of code and then print the exception message to the console. If I run it, you can see that we are throwing four exceptions: name and surname, and setting name and surname properties. Right, so I'm going to show you now how you can use C#7 throws expressions to make this code more compact. So the idea is that you can use throw not only in a statement from C#7, but in an expression. So what we can do here, we can do basically set the name directly. We can do the if here, like that, and throw the exception here as part of the if statement, otherwise set the name. So what this does means that if the name is now empty, we throw an exception, otherwise we return the name, and then we set it to the actual field. So this means that we can remove this piece of code and this piece of code, right? Usually it's better to put the throw expression at the end, so we can add this statement. Right? We can do the same for the surname. I have ReSharper installed, and ReSharper can help me doing that. If I press Enter, it tells me join null check with assignment. I do that, and then automatically I use the null coalescing operator and then a throw expression. Right, I can actually do the same for the property, right? I can absolutely do the same here. So I do this name equals, if it's not, value, otherwise throw the exception. And I can actually remove all of this piece of code. Right, I don't even need this. Cool. And I can do the same for surname. Here, ReSharper for help and do that automatically. But we can do even more, because now this is an expression. We can actually use expression body to make the code even more compact. And there we go. So now we have the person class that's a lot more compact, and pretty much 50% of the length in terms of line of code. And this is it. So C#7 throws expressions can really help to make the code a lot more compact in C#7.